Hi guys, and welcome back here to the Dev Realm, and today we're going to be carrying on our series. And if you guys have been following our series, what we did yesterday was pretty much, sorry, in the previous video, not yesterday, but you guys get the idea, is just to actually create the zoom in and zoom out, and that's now being controlled by a settings table that we can use to change those settings as we want. So the thing we're gonna do for this video here is actually set up the parts where we can actually control, actually click on an object, and the object can register our, actually click on an actor, and the actor can register that we have clicked on the actor. But the first thing that I want to do here before that is just to make sure that we can actually move a sphere, like so what I want to do here is to be able to move a sphere that I'm going to attach to my actor here around using the mouse, so we can actually use that sphere to, when you click on something, that thing is in range of something, that we can actually register some events and things like that. Right, so the first thing that we are going to do here for this video is to actually set up a line trace based on the mouse, right? So to do that, we're gonna go back to our, I'm gonna clean up this in the future, so I'm just gonna put this here. I'm just gonna add to do, and then we're gonna just say clean this up. Right now is very messed up, very messy. Right, cool. So the thing we're gonna do here is that we're gonna basically, every time we move our mouse on the scene, I want to make sure that we can register those events, and let's do this by creating a line trace. The idea here is that we're gonna be able to move a sphere around using the mouse, and we're going to be using that sphere collision in the game to tell us things like what actor are we interacting with, it's basically to get the actor information. Right, so to do that, you're going to find the event tick, tick event, right? And we are going to get controller. We're gonna get our play controller, and we're gonna search for a node called convert. I think mouse, actually, because this just returns a controller object. That's not necessarily what we're looking for. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna just save this, and on the begin play, I'm gonna paste this here. I'm gonna cast to player controller, and we can actually make sure this is just player controller. In the future, we can actually create this interface to return that controller for us, because we already have the information. But this cast, it won't cost us as much, so it's fine to just use that for now. Now we're gonna get our play controller. Great. Now we're gonna convert mouse location to word space. That's what we're basically doing here. And this is literally, we're gonna get wherever is the mouse, and we're gonna convert that to word space. So we can use line trace to basically say where does that mouse is hitting, right? Now, what we are going to do here is basically we need to get the word direction, and we are going to multiply this word direction. Let me just right click and put integer, and I'm just going to multiply that by a 3000 value, so it's 3000 units. It may be quite a lot. I could probably limit that a little bit less, but I think for now it should be fine. I'm not sure how far that line will go. Now the word location here is gonna basically, we're gonna add this value to that, right? And this is going to be the end of the line. So the end of the line trace, right? And the next thing that we want to do here is just use the usual Realm engine to create line traces. Just the line trace by channel. That's the one we want to use. And if you guys never used this thing before, basically, let's use Paint again to explain. But what we're looking for is a line, and this is going to be the start, and this thing here is going to be the end, right? In yellow, for example. That's not good color, but it's fine. And the first one here is where we start in line trace, which is going to be our mouse, and this is going to be where we are hitting. Let's say you have a cube here. If the line trace hits the cube, basically going to say, okay, we hit the cube, so let's just get the information, right? Cool, so that's how basically the line trace we're going to use. And right now we can just plug this information to the end and this to the start. Now to be able to see the line trace, I'm going to put persistent, and let's check what's going to happen. As you can see, the line traces are actually hitting stuff. It's quite hard to see now because it's actually, you know, doing all this weird stuff. Oh yeah, fall from the map. Let's just go back here. But as you guys can see, he actually hits with no problem, which is quite cool. Nice. So now what we're gonna do here is we are going to do we're gonna put I'm not entirely sure if you're gonna need this at the moment or in the future, but it's just a good exercise to do this as well. Right, so what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna go to my viewport and I'm gonna add a sphere, right? And it's gonna be sphere collision. I'm gonna increase the radius of that sphere. I'm gonna put something like let's say 100, maybe 100 is too much. Let's get up to 50. And I'm gonna make sure that collision tab is it can overlap. Yes, overlap all dynamic, which is good. I want to overlap anything, but I don't want to block anything else. And the next thing that we want to do here, compile and save that, is to make sure that you can see this on the game. So hidden in game, we're just gonna untick that value, compile and save. Now if you press play, we're gonna have just a extra, you know, ball there, which is fine. Now the next thing that we are gonna do here is just we're gonna move that sphere with our mouse. So whatever is our mouse position, we're gonna move that together. So to do that, we already have all the stuff. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna break this, break the result, and we are gonna just basically get our sphere. We're gonna set word location, and that will basically be the current location that we have here. And now let's check if that works. Now as you can see, let me just remove that thing here so you can actually see the mouse. So as you can see, we have that little ball here following the mouse. It's hard to see right now, but as you can see that if I stop moving, that's actually moving exactly to where we're looking for. What I can actually do here is I can get maybe the sphere and increase that size a little bit bigger to, let's say, 100. Not sure how good that is. Yeah, it has a bigger size, right? And the idea what we're gonna do with this is that we're gonna be using this sphere to basically tells us some information about the actor that we are hovering, right? There's many ways you can actually do this. You can do this by sphere or by actually clicking on the item and doing a line trace. But I think we can just, we'll be fine just to move this around. Now, just to finish this video before I can actually move to the next one, let's just do the start the logic where we can actually get some information about the actor we are interacting with, right? So what we can actually do here is that I think the sphere has some events. It has on begin overlapped. So what we can do here, let me just put this back. I'm gonna create on the RTS control, I'm gonna create a new folder called blueprints. And I'm gonna create here blueprint class. It's gonna be actor. I'm gonna call BP base interactable or something. Now this guy, I'm gonna add a cube here, and that's gonna be just a standing cube, nothing fancy. I'm just gonna put that cube here. Now if I press play, let me just see if that actually the physics of that's working. Yes, it is. Great, cool. As you can see, that I can actually see the cube here. So I can actually do a zoom in here. Nice. So the next thing that we are going to do now on that is we don't need to do anything else with the actor. Now on the RTS player, yeah, we have a couple of events and we have one called on begin overlapped. Let's click on this and let's just do a print value here, and let's check the other actor. Let's see if we can actually hit the actor. So right now it's hitting the player, and now it's hitting that interactable thing. So it's adding to the memory at least. And yeah guys, I think that's pretty much I wanted to do for this video here. And what we're going to be doing the next one is that we are going to be adding some kind of mouse selection for multiple items. So we can actually select multiple items. So let's say, and also we need to make sure the cursor is always available. Actually, we can do that right now. Instead of doing that in another video, I'm just gonna do that so when we start this, when we get started, we're just gonna get our player controller here, and I'm gonna set input mode to game and UI, right? I don't have any UI yet, so that would make sure that we can also interact with UIs and stuff. And also I just want to set show cursor. I want to be able to see the cursor all the time, because most of the RTSs, the mouse cursor is one of the things that never hides. It always stays on the page. And as you can see, I can only move the camera if I right click here, which is fine. That feature is already built, amazing. We don't have to worry about that. And as you can see, when I interact with it, it does stuff with it. So yeah guys, so once again, thank you very much for watching. And this one is a very basic one, and then in the next one we're gonna do something in place that we can actually click in here and drag and select multiple items, and then we can actually maybe store that in an array or something, because most of the RTSs, that's probably a feature that we want to have. So yeah, once again, thank you very much for watching, and I see you guys in the next one. Hi guys, yeah, welcome here. I just want to do a quick pause on this video. Just want to talk about our Discord channel. So if you guys didn't notice, we already have a Discord channel. Please check it up on the description of the video. Thank you very much.